Is this right? Is this normal? Hello lovely people, welcome back to my channel. This is a very different setting, I know. I genuinely thought it'd be a good idea to film this video in my new house, but I cannot stress you what a mission it's actually been to get to this point. Like, I said that I was going to start filming literally about an hour and a half ago, and only now I'm sitting down doing it because I've been fighting with lighting, backgrounds, I haven't got a tripod that's right. Literally everything went wrong. You know what? We're here, life still goes on, this is fine. We are going to talk about the realness of being pregnant. I watched the film What to Expect When You're Expecting when I was like a couple of weeks into my pregnancy, and I was laughing my head off because there's so many things about that film that you can relate to. So if you are actually having a baby, I recommend you watch that film. It is joke. I'm just over a month from giving birth, so I feel like now I'm at a place where I can actually talk about like the realness of pregnancy, because like I've done quite a lot of the stuff minus the giving birth part of it. I know that it's going to sound like I'm really moaning this whole time, but really it's not moaning, it's just letting you know that actually it's not as plain sailing as people say, and actually it does affect you no matter who you are, where you come from. It is a massive thing to actually go through. If you've been around long enough, you will know that my pregnancy was not planned. The last 8 months of my pregnancy, it hasn't been something horrible at all. I haven't been ill, I haven't been sick. The first trimester for sure was probably the worst, but I've had a really good pregnancy in terms of the physical. I totally understand that everybody's pregnancy journeys are different, but I just wanted to maybe come on here and let you know about some of the stuff that I've dealt with that no one ever told me that I would experience, because you have plenty of people that are going to tell you about maybe putting weight on, tell you that you're not going to sleep, but there's some stuff that I've experienced that I'm like, wait a minute, no one told me this. So yeah, girls, on a real, when you become pregnant, like there are areas of your body that swell up that you didn't even know was even a thing. Literally your boobs, they don't tell you, but they can actually leak from week 20. And like I have been wearing boob pads now for the last however many weeks of my pregnancy. I don't even know what it's like to wear a wired bra. There is no support really, there is no shape, like there's so many different things you have to let go of. The tiredness is real. Even if you get sleep, it's not enough sleep because your body actually aches. So maybe even if it's not tiredness because you didn't get enough sleep, but it's tiredness because your body is just done for. I cleaned the house one day, the next day I couldn't even get out of bed because my back was just like, ugh. You don't want to get intimate, or at least for me, I haven't wanted to get intimate with my husband for a long time. Just because again, not only do I not feel like me, but I don't feel pretty, I don't feel good, I don't feel nice. And I think that's okay too. But I think it's having that mutual understanding between each other that actually your body's changing, you're changing, your mind is changing, there's a lot going on. Like I remember reminiscing with my family about my first trimester and how I thought I behaved really well. They thought I was super impatient, like clean off, hormones everywhere. I didn't even realise, but it's having that like communication between people and their grace and understanding that, okay, she's dealing with some stuff, she's going through this whole pregnancy thing, this change in her mind, in her body, so many different things. Let's bear with Carys while she's a little bit of a crazy girl. But here we are, third trimester, and everyone still loves me, and I've still got a husband, so can't be going too wrong because we're still winning, so that is all fine. Let's talk about that pregnancy glow. I don't actually feel like that's ever been a thing that's happened to me. Like people are like, oh my gosh, you're glowing. I'm thinking, no, I just think that's like fake tan. Pregnancy glow, is it a thing? I don't really know. I haven't experienced a kind of pregnancy glow where you feel full of life and you feel like this is amazing, this is awesome. But you know, some people do, and that's great. So another thing to expect that people don't really tell you about is the amount of people that are going to come to you and say, let me see a baby bump, oh my gosh, can I touch it? Like I know so many people who have messaged me saying, can I see your bump? Or people who have maybe like called to the house and they're like, let me see the bump, or you're on a Zoom call and they're like, let me see the bump. Like, literally every single person will be obsessed with the growth of your baby, even if you aren't. So just be prepared that literally the minute you start showing, everyone's gonna go, oh my gosh, and everyone's gonna gas it up, and then like a couple of weeks later when they realise that you're not in the same maternity jeans as you were before, they're gonna go, oh my gosh, he's growing. Yes, he's growing. I was like, this is like the only time in my life where people have been like, can I see your stomach? Like, why were you not asking me when I had abs? Everyone thinks it's acceptable to just put their hand on your belly. What is that? Also, another thing that they don't tell you when you're pregnant is how much you are actually going to worry. The worrying all the time about like the health of my baby. Am I growing at the same rate that I'm supposed to be growing? Is my bump big enough? Like, am I doing the right things? Literally, you worry about the most stupidest, most ridiculous things when you're having a baby. You want to make sure you're doing it right. I think, like, at least that was it for me, because I felt like this huge responsibility, and I still feel this huge responsibility to like grow this baby the best that I can, even to the point where like 2 weeks into being pregnant, I bought another pregnancy test because I didn't feel pregnant anymore. Don't even know if that's a thing, right? You worry about the littlest things that are even like completely normal for your stages and where you are at in your pregnancy. Like, I've known girls who have had a little bit of bleeding and that's it. They just panic. But that's apparently normal in the first kind of few stages of your pregnancy. But again, they don't tell you. Even like, you know, do I have enough stuff? Who even knows how much of anything you need to raise a child? Do I have the correct pram? Someone tell me which is the right pram to buy. How many Moses baskets am I supposed to have? Do I have one upstairs? Do I have one downstairs? Or do I have one so I don't have to wake the baby up when I take him to sleep at night? There is that weight and there is that responsibility. So I totally get the worry, but I did not think that I would worry about as much as I'm worrying about for as long as I'm worrying. But this leads me on to my next point, which is Google is your best friend. Google. Sometimes you can Google things and it literally gives you the most outrageous answer, but when it comes to pregnancy, Google has been my go-to for everything. What do I need in my hospital bag? Google tells me everything. What do I need in the first few weeks of baby? Google gives you a list. Another thing they also don't tell you is your midwife is actually going to be your bestie. My midwife is literally, if speed dial was still a thing, she'd be on there. If Snapchat best friends was still something that like I use, she'd be up there. So between Google and my midwife, it has been blessed. I think the biggest thing for me when people have asked about my pregnancy, how I found it, like, it has been a breeze. Not that I've loved being pregnant, because obviously it's come with like everything I've just talked about, but I think for me it has been a really mad experience of growth in myself, not just with the bump. Like, I have learned so much about like me. It brought out and brings out in me so many different insecurities that I never even realized was a thing. Like, I would never have said that I'm an insecure person. I'm super confident. But for me, when I'm pregnant and my body started changing and things in my mind started changing, I just felt moments of extreme insecurity. On New Year's last year, I didn't even have a baby bump, but I was like a little bit bloated, and for me, just having that little bit of bloating, it was like, everyone's gonna know I'm pregnant, I can't even wear what I want to wear. And I remember the night of New Year's Eve sitting upstairs in the top floor of our house and literally crying my eyes out because I just didn't feel like me. I felt more and more that I was losing me as I was putting weight on, as my body was changing, that my body's never gonna be like it was pre-baby. Yes, of course, they're tiny changes, because at the end of the day, you're welcoming life into the world. That is amazing. But I do think that it comes with so many different insecurities that you just did not expect. It only really kind of worsened the more I grew, the more I developed the baby bump, the more I had to say goodbye to my way of fashion. I said hello to leggings, which I never would have worn if it wasn't for baby. There's just some things that you just have to be okay with letting go of. And that comes from a place of being secure, I think, in the change. And that is something that I massively had to learn, being pregnant. It makes you so much more responsible. Like whatever age you find yourself, your life's about to change. You have to rise to that bar and to that level. And yeah, it comes with like all the horrible bits. You get your swollen feet, you get your tiredness, like you get all of that. It is the most humbling experience too, because as much as I've been feeling insecure or feeling like I'm losing my body, I also feel like I'm gaining so much. I gained a sense of understanding about myself and how I really feel about different things. I feel like I've matured like almost overnight, and just kind of thinking about things a lot more thoroughly. I think and plan a lot more thoroughly now. I think a lot more about like money, because money for me, I spend. But now it's like, okay, no, already there's someone else that needs this money before pretty little thing. So it does make you prioritize, it makes you rethink things, it makes you plan more, it makes you consider things more. Every single pregnancy journey is lush. Horrible as it can sometimes feel when you're waking up and you're tired and you can't even mop the floor, understanding there's something so much bigger happening than what's going on in my head right now. My pregnancy journey has been a wild ride, and I am so looking forward to sharing like my experiences like coming up with you guys, and like what that's going to be like, and being more real and more open about the realness of where I find myself. I know that there's so much that I haven't uncovered, but I don't want to sit here all day and just feel like I'm moaning to you, because that is not why you come over to my channel. So yeah, there is a lot more that I haven't uncovered. And I don't want my son in the future coming across this video and going, "Mom, that is too far." That's it from me. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I would love to hear from you, so please drop a comment below, like this video so that I know that you were here. If you want more from me on a day-to-day basis, then please follow my Instagram, Carys Hardin, and we can catch up over there. And if you want more stuff from me weekly, then please subscribe to my channel below, and I'll see you in the coming weeks for more baby stuff, more house stuff, more life stuff, more updates, and just, yeah, some general fun things. So make sure you subscribe, and I will see you next time. Thank you for joining me, guys. Have a great day. Love you. Bye.